loading in. So this evening we're going to do quite a short hop. We're going to go from Belfast City to Manchester, and it's currently just coming up to about midnight here in the UK. But what I've done is I've just moved the clock back to around about 8 o'clock this morning, 8:15, and then we're going to take a daytime flight, because most of the flights I've done lately have all been at night time. So I want to make it so we can see some stuff, make it so it's a little bit more pretty and attractive, show off some of the assets and the features of the sim. And to be fair, I'm just tired of flying at night now. It's really the only opportunity I get, but I'm just tired of flying at night. So my sim, my game, daytime for this one. It's probably worthwhile just saying I'm drinking a beer, first one, last one as well. It's a nice way to wind up the evening and then prepare for tomorrow. Obviously it's a school night, or for me it's a work night, but obviously we nickname it a school night because we still have to be up early in the morning and ready. Which is why I've really chosen a short hop, really, just across the Irish Sea and then down again through Settle, Blackburn, and then through the east of Stockport, which is where we pick up the outer marker for our final approach into Manchester. And we'll configure it all for an ILS approach, but we'll take it and just see whether it's going to be a hands-on or an ILS. I'm not particularly upset or fussed either way, to be honest with you. I am using TrackIR. I think one of the first things I'll do as soon as I get in sim is just make sure that TrackIR is configured correctly. I know there's been tons of issues both with my TrackIR lately and that also within the sim, so once we load in, I'm just going to make sure that the TrackIR for me is nicely aligned so that I can operate properly in the aircraft. I hate it when it flickers. I have issues with it, so I don't look or watch the chat, so anything that you do decide to put into the chat, you know, just be aware that you won't get an immediate response from me. So have it so that it's a retrospective view or a comment or a retrospective opinion that you have, because I won't see it live, so I won't respond to you live. I'll see your comment hours later, and we'll see how it goes. I'm actually quite enjoying being back flight simming again and using my gaming PC. You know, last year was a long, hard, tumultuous year. I think probably for most people it's been quite a challenging couple of years. So just to be back, you know, on it, using it, having fun with it again, I think is nice for me personally. And I'm looking forward to all the opportunities this year. And actually, of all of them, I think the one that I'm really pleased to be streaming now is this new flight sim. You know, it came out of the box on this version, how I'd spent hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds with the last version just trying to make it look like that, and it never got anywhere like it. So I'm absolutely heartened that this one, it looks and feels the way that it does, and I know it's got faults and I know it's got issues, but actually, you know, I can't be too harsh on it. You know, I must have spent maybe about £1,000, if not more, on add-ons and configurations for scenery, aircraft, nighttime lighting, roads, traffic, photorealistic stuff, just a lot of stuff. You know, weather. I don't know how many Rex weather tools I actually bought, you know, before some of the other options came to market. But yeah, I spent a lot of money, let's put it like that, and all of that money spent, whilst at the time it was value and was validated and gave me the experiences I was looking for, compared to this, it's just night and day in terms of the quality and the look and feel. So yeah, quite happy. So I've been streaming 5 minutes and it's taken 5 minutes to load this in. I'm using the fly-by-wire A320 and it took an update last night, obviously based on the World 7 update. I'm on the experimental branch, I'm not on a stable branch, I'm on the experimental. I'm comfortable with that. So some of this is loading in for the first time, some of it's not, so here we go. So EGAC, Belfast Harbour, there we go. I'm using the fly-by-wire A320 Neo in the British Airways livery, as you can see. So let's click on ready to fly, and as you can see, the view just isn't where it needs to be. I'm going to change camera view for a moment and just see if we can get to, was it 17 I like to use? No, it's not 17. 16? 15? Who knows? Cockpit again, yeah, so I need to change my track IR. 1 second, so I go like this. Where is my track IR? There it is. And we'll F12 it, there we go, and then we'll go back into the sim. That's better, there we go. Alright, let's crack on, let's make some serious inroads into getting flight ready. So we'll turn the batteries on, APU on, which is good. We do have external power available, so we'll take advantage of that. Excellent. Okay, the first thing I want to do is set the radar up and running. Leave the fuel where it is right now. We'll put the fuel supply and oxygen supply for the crew on AGAC, and then we're going to go EGCC, which is fantastic. Good. Stormy weather there by the looks of the latest outlook. Okay, let's just go here. We're going to bring the passengers up. We're going to bring fuel, baggage, catering and door. We'll call the tug as well while we can. We don't need to use it, we're just going to call it. Let me go back to the camera view for the moment, external. Good, okay. Back to the flight deck. Okay, there we go. GPS primary lost, yes. Good. Okay, EGAC to EGCC, correct. I'm going to use 176 as my usual flight number. We're going to use a flight index cost of 55, that was incorrect. Let me try that again. We're kind of going to use 22,000 here, and what's a temp? Minus 29? Yeah, indeed, and we'll align on the ref here as well. There we go, confirm a line, excellent, brilliant, okay. Performance data, format error, yeah, okay. We're going to go for a 140 VR. We're going to take a 150 and then we'll take a 170 here. Trans altitude typically. Let's stick that in at 5,000. We're going to go flaps 1. Yep, good. And then we'll see if we get a temperature in there. No, good. Okay. Let's go. Managed. It's all managed. Managed. Yes, yes. Okay, so then let's come back here to the QNH. We'll just do EGCC. And what are we looking at? Ooh, 1017. 1017, and then temp is 8 degrees. And what are we doing? 190 at 4. 190 stroke 4. That's good. Clear, yeah. 1017. Transalt 5. Full configuration. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, good. I think we're looking good. There. Yes. Yes. Bring it. Yes. Flight plan. So then, let's take a look here at the flight plan. So EGAC, that's interesting actually. It doesn't look like we've actually got a plan out of here. So we are going to use runway 22. We will use NIMA. Okay. 208, so numpy. From NIMA over to settle 22,000. Let's just configure that for a straight out climb. Okay, that's good. Let's have a look. Map not available. Of course it's not. Of course it's not. So we're just going to reduce that down again. That's okay. I'll wait till the GPS is aligned and then we can have a proper look at that plan. Let's just make that brighter actually. And that one, yeah, good. So fuel, what have we on board? We have 3,720, which actually is interesting because we're going to use somewhere around that amount, which is interesting. Let's go here. We want to fill her up to probably 5,000 estimated 2 minutes. So 5,000 kilograms on board. It's just topping up now, as you can see, and then we're going to see the number increasing here as well, and it'll register there. What else are we looking for? We're going to use number 2 with a radar. We're just looking for precipitation because actually that's all that we're getting at the moment from this model, which is good. I'm just going to use my own frequency as well for now. Squawking 6132. It's just a number for some strange reason, but I'm partial to. I have absolutely no idea why, and nor should it make a difference either. Okay, good. Alright. Refueling, another 3 minutes for the IRS and ADIRS to align. That's fine. Right. Let's do some of this. We're going to turn the fuel pumps on. I want to turn the APU bleed on. Let's turn the no smoking signs on, and let's get everybody sat in their seatbelts now. Excellent. We'll have nav and logo on, and at this time we'll have the beacon on. We'll turn the rest on shortly. Turn the emergency lights on. And we are good for now. Excellent. Okay. Yep, good. I think we are aligned, which is good already. Excellent, okay. Let's just go external, and as Limp Bizkit say, let's take a look around. Yeah, all the doors and hatches are closed. Obviously we've got no real support here. What I'm going to have to do actually is take a hard right reverse on this one. It's kind of like I have to start the reverse maneuver quite early, which is interesting. Okay. IRS aligning in 1 minute, so what we'll do is we'll call the tug. We shall unlock the brakes, we will lock that back door, we shall arm spoilers. We are going to be using flaps 1. And we're going to start an immediate right hand push. Excellent. Please keep turning, please keep turning, please keep turning, keep turning, turning. Please keep turning. I don't need the external camera. What I will do, however, is turn that on. I've not broke it already, have I? Yeah, I think I probably have. Yeah, okay, we'll give that a moment. I'm going to stop push back there. Do that like so. Just let me double check where I'm at here. Hold on. So we've got the APU set. We have the start available. We have moved over to ignition. And we have asked the engine to... Let's just see if the APU is available. It says the APU is available. I'm not seeing any activity there, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to undo that. I'm going to put that to norm. And see if we can force it that way. And if not, nope, we're not. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to crank engine 2. Just briefly. Engines. Yeah. Come on. Come on. What we should do here at this point, just while we're waiting for things to come back to us. Come on, come on, come on. It's not happening. Okay, we seem to have a non-happy aeroplane right now. That's alright, we shall get these operational briefly. Come on, come on. Still nothing. Come on, come on. Hold on a moment. We're going to just get rid of the tug anyway. Fuel, yes, we've got fuel. We've not emptied the engines of fuel. What's going on here? Come on. APU is on. We've got APU bleed, yes. Let's give it a minute. Can't remember if it was 2.6 or not. We can adjust that in a minute if needs be. No, it's going to stick that at 240 as well. This is weird. So, the fuel pumps are all on. Pumps, 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 pumps. Batteries on. We've not got any generator power yet. Right, we've already lost 20%, well not 20%, but a couple of percent of our fuel. 20 odd units, which is interesting. We'll just let the APU get up to about 60, maybe 37 on the bleed pressure, and then we'll try again. We'll switch the ignition over. Okay, we're going to push the engine to the on position. Very, very, very bizarre. Electrical. We know there's no Gen 2 energy. Just turn the bleed off for now. It's just dead. It is just dead. So we've had a good start up. And now we are dead in the water. Turn it off. The fuel is open, yeah? Fuel pump 1, fuel pump, yes. Crossfeed, let's turn that on. Let's see if that helps us in any way at all. Pack 1 and Pack 2's before looked okay. What's killing the engine? What is killing us here? bloody notifications that pop up in the middle? We know we've not got the gens. Hydraulics. So we're getting nothing in the green, nothing in the yellow, and nothing in the blue. Yep, nope. Why on earth? So we've been here now, what, 10, 11 minutes and gotten nowhere with this. That APU looks ready to me. It says the APU is ready. APU on. We expect to see this. Right. What is our issue here? Anything at all. Come on, show me some life. Nothing. Oh, come on, come on. I hope this update 7 hasn't nerfed it. Because right now it feels like update 7 has nerfed it. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to turn off. We're going to get rid of the spoilers for now. The APU is available. I'm going to turn off the APU bleed. We're going to try and jump it once without the APU bleed on. No luck. Okay, that's fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to go full shutdown and we're going to shut off the APU and APU gen. Good. Good. And just kill it all. And we'll start again and see what happens. Turn it off, turn it on again. Available. Do 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 do. $27.9 volts. Should we do this? Not a thing. Not a thing. Well, I am officially out of ideas now. Can't be right. Come on, I'm just thinking, why are we not? We've got enough fuel, there's no doubt about that. APU bleed is on. I'm pretty sure I don't need to bleed the engines. What is wrong here? So I've not selected anything yet engine wise. But the switch is in position. What flap is open? Let's shut something and see what happens. Nope. I don't think it makes all that much difference what I'm clicking here. There's something... That button just doesn't seem to do anything. I thought just for a moment then that we'd had some success. Nope. Well, I'm going to have to call this a bad night, I think. Can't seem to start this up. Very, very, very bizarre. Right, we are going to wait until we see the Gen 1 and Gen 2 lights go out. Come on. There's a reason why them gen lights aren't going off yet either. There's one. So we have a Gen 2 electrical fault somewhere, don't we? It just seems a little off. I think we're going to get away with all of that because we've got a Gen 1 working for us, which is right. Excellent. Okay, let's get back on track for this. What did I just switch there? What did I just switch? Okay, good. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make our way to Manchester where we can grab a pint. Yep, good. What we're going to do is just set flaps to 1, which is good. APU is available, is it? Don't care very much. Go away. You've peed me off. That's why pilots use checklists. Okay, let's just check the airfield above that way. I can't see anything on approach there, so let's backtrack down the runway. Now I'll need to set my hooding bug in a moment. Something just switched. There we go, spoilers on. There we go. Flaps to takeoff configuration, auto brake on max. Hooray, the light's finally working. You've obviously fixed that in an update. Good. Yay. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. What is it, a runway 22, is that what it was? Yeah, we'll do that, right. Come on. Are we good? I think we've got flap set to 1. We are good to go. That's what we came here to see. That's what we're looking for. Not only are we climbing out of here, but actually climbing for and clawing for some frames as well. Give us some frames, come on. That was a celebratory drink of beer from the camp. It's been open for nearly an hour now. There's the airfield. And there's the sun of Tatooine. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, what time are we on? 9:03. Yeah, we should be zooming shortly through this flight profile. Another swig of my beer. It's breaking through the early morning clouds. Wonderful. It's like a fluffy bed of marshmallows. Look at that. Wow. Isn't that magnificent? I do love how well they've done with making this look. It just looks brilliant. So the flight profile right now is far better than it was 10 minutes ago. We've got us engines up and running. We appear to be doing okay. APU off, bleed. It's good. Let's go on to the pressure. See if we can find out why things were the way they were. Gen 2's goosed. Just not understanding what's wrong with Gen 2. Hydraulics, good. Fuel, good. Got the same air pressure, doors, wheels, flight controls. It's all as expected. Okay, so we're breaking through the first cloud layer here. Now into the second. So let's just take a look at Rosen. I'm going to set a new flight level 6,500. Apply that as a constraint. So what we do is through NIMAT here, we'll take our left hand turn eventually. 117 miles, so with about 50 miles to go we'll reduce altitude down to 14,000, and then from 14,000 we'll go down to Rosen at 6,500. In fact, probably it's settled. We want to reduce that further and say 11,500, just so the step is shorter. So there we go. So within this distance here, we're just going to make a shorter. Oops, no, I was right first time. No, I wasn't. Yeah, so before we get to this turn here, about just beyond halfway, about 40-50 miles, we'll start a descent. So that we're not breaching these constraints, but what we're actually doing is trying to target this 3,500 at the outer marker. That's the intent anyway. Let's see if we can do that. I don't know if the weather's going to stay the way it looks right now. We're just about to be at 22,000 and caught in a weather pattern. We've got the weather radar on, TCAS on. Oh, look at that, we just broke through some big cumulus and just broke through the other side, so that's interesting. So we're actually above the cloud layer, but it was just a big cumulus, so yeah, good. Yeah, wonderful. Let's get a different camera view on that. And we're going to showcase. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that might be the thumbnail, who knows? This could be the thumbnail. Just looks awesome now. This is why I didn't want to fly it at night time. Close that off now. Yeah, I think I'm going to go away and understand what went wrong there, why we were unable to achieve an engine start. It might be the fuel level isn't happening. Got the outer tanks full, inner tanks and centre tanks, so you know, I don't think we need the cross feed for that. I think it already does feed through, but yeah, interesting lessons to be learned there, I think. What I'm thinking is once we've learned them lessons, we can then get back onto VATSIM. It's been a while since I've been on VATSIM. Start doing some proper routes. Maybe use SimBrief, plot them through. Use this. Who knows? For now, we're good. These clouds are epic. just loving them. Let's have another drink of my beer. Oh, you know what we forgot to do? We forgot to set the passengers free. Off you go on. After waiting that extra 20 minutes on the tarmac for me to sort out whatever was going on, you can do with a break, so go for it. Yep, good, we're banking now as well. I don't even know why I pressed that. I know it's not working. I don't even know why I twiddled that. I know the only thing we're actually getting is precipitation here on WX, and we're not getting turbulence and precipitation. Which is why I turned it that way anyway, right? So none of these work. Just can't wait till they do though. Considering it's not payware. Still very good. Good. Hopefully we'll pop back out of the cloud shortly, but for now let's go back to the other camera view. Showcase. So them clouds are getting darker the closer to the UK that we're getting. It actually looked fairly good in Belfast, but actually it shows that it's actually could be quite bad weather when we get down onto Manchester. Still got the ground spoilers on. Let's not arm them anymore, we don't need them for now, we'll arm them when we get set up for landing. Good. Still 22. Turn Gen 2 off. 80. We are further away than that. Thank you. Yeah, I was just about to lose my schnizzle then. Thank you. So at settle we're looking for 11,500. We're currently 65 miles, but we need to lose 10,000 feet on that, and we're about 10 minutes away. So making an assumption that 1,000 feet a minute is a fairly reasonable descent rate. We should do that, and we shall do this, and then input that, and then see how we do for a descent rate. Good. V speed is 1,100, like so. I'll leave the seatbelt sign off for now. I think we're okay. Still bothered about this here, still brewing on it. When we land, I'll get the engineers to take a look at it. I didn't have that triggered in the failures, did I? Like an electrical fault or anything. Nope. Weird. Very, very, very weird. Yeah, if this weather continues like this, then we're definitely going to be on an ILS approach. Yeah, we are 9 minutes from settle, and we are 9,000 feet away from it, so the descent rate's good actually. Quite happy with the descent rate. Again, forgive me just while I'm having a drink of beer. Probably about 17,000. I'm going to pop out into some clearer skies, and then again probably until we get down to about 11,000 feet, where it's probably going to get a bit bumpy. But I think even as you look here, as you look on this map, you know, as ill updated as it is right now, it's not really showing accurately where we are, but what you can see is that we've just flown through a band of weather. So you never know, it might get clearer the closer we actually get to EGCC, which is Manchester. Let's put that in, EGCC. So it's gone down a millibar, temperature I think has gone up, and the wind speed's gone down, so it looks moderately calm. which is interesting. So we'll see. Let's just go back again to what we popped in. What did we pop in? We didn't pop anything in. I thought we put in. So barrel 117, that's what it was, it's now 116. Good. So we're 34 miles away, just breaking through 17,000. I'm hopeful that that band of weather's going to start to break below us now. TCAS working for us. Yeah, so we are now about 60 miles away from Manchester. Very steady descent. So we're expecting a 9:30 arrival, that's 6 minutes. So yeah, we're going to be somewhere near that 11,500 constraint that we've imposed on ourselves. I think interestingly, once we get to settle, we're then going to put the belts on and just give ourselves a bit of a faster descent rate into the Rosen VOR for our SID. Not our SID, sorry, our star. Caution anti-ice detected, so we'll use a probe heat. There we go, and just out of that calmly, and then a control. Let's just hit our buttons there. Again, we'll target an 11,500. We're at 15,000 with 23 nautical miles. 4 minutes away, and so what, 4 minutes, 1,000 feet a minute, well, that's absolutely on the nose for our descent rate, being at that constraint of 11,500 and stepping down into the Manchester airspace. So I'm just comfortable with that right now. So we just broke through that higher layer of weather. We're cumulus. We're now coming down. Let's just check ourselves over. That's fine. I think once we hit our transition altitude, we'll just turn these things off. I think we'll be okay at that point. We're at 6 or 7 at Manchester, sorry, 8 degrees, so I don't think the ice is going to bother us too much at that point. And standard pressure as well, so yeah, we should be good. only 13 miles away, we've got 2,000 feet to go, and we've got 3 minutes before we get there. So, yeah, we're doing well. Once we've made this turn, we'll get the seat belts on and we'll get descending down to 6,500. So what is the flight plan here? 17 miles. And it's 4 minutes. To be going, what, 15 to 2,000 feet per minute, 1,500 to 2,000 a minute, so that's quite a steep descent into the Rosen Star and then onto the outer marker. So yeah, definitely time for making our passengers aware. $12,000, here we go, we're about to hit the 11,500 constraint. 30 seconds away. I think that descent rate and timing is almost perfect. Oh. And on the turn, I mean, that is splendiferous, isn't it? You can thank me later. So what I'm going to do now is set that new constraint now down to 6,500. Again, I want to set the descent rate to, you know, around about 1,800 per minute now. Everybody should be buckled in, peanuts away. We've got a 250 air constraint, it's going to come down to 230 by the time we hit Rosen. While that's showing a change of plan, it's just got us way out on the line. It's just not right. We are absolutely over land right now. Thank you. I only know that because I used to live around here in the Settle area, or near to it. And here we go, we're going to go into the bad weather. So what I want to do while I've got time, I suppose, is now just set up for that landing. So brakes on. I'm going to go on low auto brake because we can just have a rolling exit. The way I'm feeling on this right now is we should probably be doing an ILS approach. Get the APU started as we get back to taxiing. Actually, now we are yeah, I'm just going to have that on actually for now. Yeah, good. So we're 11 miles out, 2 minutes away, and we're not far off that constraint actually, which is brilliant. We can just ease off, I think, on some of that descent rate. Happy that that step down to the next 3,500 is a smaller step, and yet it's a relative descent rate. Right, so we'll continue the descent rate with what we've got here, 1300. Yep, good. Starting to break through, which is really nice. Good, 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 good. Okay, we've made altitude. Again, happy with that, levelling off. Conditions look rainy here in Manchester right now. So, I need 3,500 next. Should go down to 3,005. And we are going to do that at 1,100. So that reminds me of Rawtenstall, all around there really. Haywood, not Haywood, yeah, Rawtenstall. Coming down from Accrington, this is the A66, that motorway that leads all the way down to past Bury, onto the M60 Manchester Ring Road, which is just further over to our right hand side. So we really are in the Manchester area. It looks like a beautiful morning. 13 miles away from final approach. And what we'll do is we'll just let the aircraft understand that that's what we're going to be looking for. We're going to be looking for a Cat 3 single ILS, which is good. Okay, yep. As soon as we turn onto the outer marker, we'll get on to our first 2 or 3 level of flaps. Just really bring the aircraft under control. That's the M62 heading towards Leeds, and there's a giant farm, famous story of a giant farm somewhere around here. They had to build the motorway around the actual farm because the farmer didn't want to move, so he said you'd have to build around it, so they did. Okay, let's just take a look at our status here. We are visible to people, the seatbelts are on, we've still got our probes and ISOs on, there's no major problem with that. That just pains me right now, I'm just not clear on what went wrong. We are now within 15 miles of the airfield. Our airspeed is now slowing down. We are at our 3,500 altitude constraint. And very shortly we're going to be making our right hand turn once we hit the outer marker. Here's the airfield with its 2 runways. This here is Manchester City Town Centre, or Manchester City Centre. Why did I say Town Centre? I've got no idea. I'm just tired. Maybe that one can of beer is affecting my brain, who knows. Interesting, it's one of the major reservoirs where they practiced for dam busters all around here. So the aeroplanes would practice their approaches on the big dams, which are just all around here. And this is also the area just about where we start making our turn now. Onto final approach. So we've acknowledged the localizer, we're making the turn now, which is absolutely perfect. This is a place called Hyde. As we begin now our turn onto final approach. This is Oldham Reservoir. Again, drinking water, all that good stuff. We're about to intercept the glide slope as well, so I'm about to go to spoilers to flaps to acknowledge the localizer, acknowledge the glide slope. I've not lowered my landing gear yet. I'll probably do it once I get to these buildings, which is over the Stockport area. Beautiful morning. What time is it acknowledging here now? At 9:40. So we departed Belfast at just gone 9 o'clock, 9:01. So 40 minutes to get onto the final approach here at Manchester. I am now going to turn off the anti-ice. We'll leave the probe ice for the window on
2,500.
for now.
2,500. 2,500.
Yeah, that's good.
2,500.
Looking good. I used to live in this high-rise block of flats here when I was very much younger, in the middle of Stockholm. When I was young, I made lots of mistakes, made loads of learning. It's all good. Okay, so let's do that. Let's bring the gear down. Flaps down. You know, and I suppose the question is it a real representation of what it looks like? Well, I identified it first time. As soon as I was coming into approach, it was dead easy for me to identify my hometown, what it looks like. So while it may not be 100% faithful and accurate, it's accurate enough where if I was flying VFR, I would know exactly where I was. So I can't complain. I think you've done a good job. It's difficult, right? And the algorithm they've used for the cloud computing is remarkable, absolutely remarkable. Okay, let me just sit back now and focus. We're just going to ensure that we are aligned here. 2, 3, 1. We're on the glide slope fine. We're on the localizer fine. My gear is down. I've got my Auto brake set to low. I've got my spoilers ready and flaps fully deployed. I'll start my APU once we taxi off. Passengers are clipped in, tables in the upright position. Yeah, this is it.
1,000. 100 above.
This is it. Here we go. Looking good.
Minimum.
Yep. Here we go.
500.
I now have my hand on the throttle.
400. 300.
It's looking good.
200.
Speed's good. Descent rate's good.
100.
Here we go. Spoilers armed. Yep. Auto brakes armed.
50.
Here we go.
40. 30. 20. 10. Retard. 5.
Wonderful. Good. Really good. Clear of the runway. We are now going to turn the APU on. Wonderful. It's busy here this morning. It's good. Yeah, it's good. It's all good. Just keep going for now. Lovely parking, mate. External power? Yes, we have. Yep, we'll have that one, thank you. And that one. Baggage. Excellent, we'll take that truck. Oh no, we won't take that truck, sorry, that's my bad. No, come back, come back. Yeah. That one off, that one off. External. Good.